Hi, I'm Chris. So I'm second year, not the first year, like most of you in this room. You might think I'm too old, but here I am again, running again. So why I'm running and why I'm a great fit for the role is pretty simple. I've enjoyed being part of the ABACUS community for the last 2 years. I enjoy watching on playing sport. I support Man U, watch F1, any of you are into that. And I also am captain of UCL badminton team, so I've experienced like organising stuff, socials, board times and whatever. So, and then the last of all, being welfare officer, not just sports, it's important in such a big society. You have to give back, you have to look out for others, you have to help, and I would love to do that. I enjoy spending time with people, hearing about what they have to say, feedback and whatever. And yeah, the reason why I think this role is important and I would enjoy doing it is because I understand, like, in uni, I don't know, there's not a lot of times where there's socials going on, especially sport, when you just like, you know, it's the type of thing where it never leaves the group chat if it's not like ABACUS, okay, you'll be like, okay, let's go play football, it's never going to happen. So I'm thinking, if I was able to do this, I'd be able to hold more events, make it more frequent. I mean, like, she did a good job this year, but more of like, if we had a football event, make it happen once, twice, maybe 3 times a month. I don't know. Okay. And then, yeah, I would also just kind of add more sports, including table tennis, mini golf, whatever. But whatever we have, like, is viable, given the treasures we have. And yeah, I would also just like emphasize the importance of sport, because I think it is probably, if you're not involved in clubbing, the most welcoming, friendly, enjoyable way to meet others, especially for freshers. So I'd probably also create like fresher events for people who haven't met people yet. I think it's important just to have like only freshers events, because a lot of people won't have met people, they won't want to go clubbing, they may never see ABACUS because they're like, oh, I don't want to go clubbing, I don't want to go eating, they're on the healthier side. So yeah. And in terms of like inclusivity for both males and females, I would do something as in like, I don't know, dodgeball, and then say like male v female, so then people would actually come, because I feel as if sport is very male orientated, so if it's not orientated to females as well, especially the freshers, they're less likely to come, because I know that second and third years, they will come if they want to come, because they are more comfortable with the society. Yeah, and then to finish off, I will talk about being a welfare officer. Yeah, I think creating an inclusive and supportive environment in ABACUS is really important, because a lot of stuff happens throughout the year, and just making sure that everyone feels safe, everyone's open, and no one feels like they should be hiding anything if anything's happened. That's really important, and I'm pretty open to feedback, open to chatting with people, so yeah, that's all I have to say.
A lot of members assume that sports secretaries sign up for the role of the sole purpose of getting free tickets to clubbing events. This is because the position is associated with doing the least work. What do you think of this accusation, and how will you go ahead to ensure that UCL doesn't receive these accusations?
I've never actually heard of this. I thought they did but yes, I would say that first of all, it's not true. Everyone does an equal amount of work, and the president can make that happen. I will make sure that I'm having the events frequently, more additional events, and the proof will be in the pudding, okay? And the work will be there. And how will you go ahead to ensure that you sell? Yeah, basically, if I just do a good job, you won't get these accusations. You know, people will be too busy doing sport. You know, so, okay. I don't know what else to say.
I'm pulling out Imperial, by the way. At an external clubbing event, one of London ABACUS' members was spiked with an illegal substance, and you find them extremely drunk and high outside the toilets. It is still very early on in the night, and they are alone. What would you do?
First of all, I'd see if they have any friends with them outside, and I'd be like, are these your friends? Is this person alright? And if they're like, no, they're drunk and high, whatever, I would be like, okay, you need to take care of your friend. I can help you additionally on top of that, and we need to probably call an ambulance if they're drunk and high. That doesn't sound very good. And definitely call a medic in the club. I would definitely send them home. It doesn't matter that it's early in the night. They should be definitely going home. And make sure that we also put in a report for spiking, because it could happen to more people during the night, not just one. So make people aware.
Gia, you okay? Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with the projector. There's a follow-up question. What happens if you find out through a friend that a member of London ABACUS was spiked? You only find this out 1 hour after the clubbing event has ended. What steps would you take to ensure that this doesn't happen again?
I don't think it's possible to make sure that 100% zero spike rates, but there's you can definitely reduce it. Okay, you can definitely reduce it. Like in Scala earlier this year, I don't know if you saw the ways they were improving it. They had rooms for like people who get sick from being spiked, people who want to drink their drinks in peace without like going out into the crowd and holding it. They had like a separate room. You've probably seen it. That's supposed to be the welfare room. I think that would be a good idea to make sure we're having all the events. And the fact that you find out after, there's not much you can do because it's already happened, but in the future you can, you can just get maybe like cup holders or something, like lids over the cups. I actually don't really know what you can do, but you can prevent it by making sure the security is good. I think security is the most important, and also putting out important like notices, safety notices before a clubbing event, like emphasizing spiking, because I don't think we've done that this year, but we can put like, okay guys, clubbing's happening tonight, remember this could happen, this could happen, this could happen, please be aware, cover your drinks, whatever. Yeah.
So this actually happened at a clubbing event this year, and I found out like an hour after the event happened, and there were 2 people who were really, really high and drunk. So I contacted another president from the uni, and it was just because security at that club was really shit. Like I went up to them, they were like, "What do you have in your pocket?" And I was like, "Keys and wallet." He was like, "Turn around," and I was like, "Okay." And then he was like, "Alright, you can go." So like it's really important for the presidents to make sure that security at the club is like actually competent.
Also to check socks.
Any questions from Sean?
So, hi Chris.
Hi.
So, rumors are swirling around UCL that ABACUS events are not safe because spiking is at an all-time high. What do you do to rest assure our members that the health and safety of our members are a top priority?
All-time high. I would definitely, similar to the last question, I would reassure them that there is processes being taken to improve the spike rates, and we are making sure we are clamping down security, introducing ways, and then I would also be reassuring them that there are people that you can talk to, people that can help you if you're worried before a clubbing event, maybe that you can talk to on how you can best protect yourself and whatever, and just say that it won't be happening in the future, hopefully. Yeah.
So as sports secretary, you are hosting a lot of sports events, and obviously they're team events usually, and you book the court, and obviously it's sometimes we get a lot of people playing, and then people are late. So if a lot of people are late and then you can't start a game, and then other unis are waiting for you, what would you do?
Depends which sport. It actually depends which sport. If it's like if we're doing like a friendly competition, then and another uni's waiting, just let the other uni get on. At the end of the day, it's all about having fun, having a social lives. There's not much you can do. If they're not turning up on time, they're not turning up on time. In the future, maybe have like a priority list down, blacklist people, be like, oh, why wasn't on time? If it was type of event where first come first serve get a place in the sport event, and yeah, there's really not much you can do. Tell them to be on time in the future, but yeah, that's it.
Any more questions? Yeah.
You place a lot of emphasis on your contribution as a sports officer. However, what incentives will you put into ABACUS regarding the welfare side? Because obviously it's the dual role of sports and welfare. So how will you go about, I guess, promoting welfare issues or problems within ABACUS?
I think it's not as in promoting, but kind of like making sure that people are aware of the welfare side. So as in like, we could make Instagram posts, Instagram stories on like what we offer as a society in terms of who you can talk to, where you can talk to them, what we're doing to prevent spiking, prevent sexual harassment or whatever, and just, yeah, I think just promoting it in terms of telling people what's available is very important, because I don't know what's happening to each individual person, so they need to come forward themselves, but just offering services and knowing that we're there for them is the most important. Yeah.
You say that you're going to promote and tell people where you can find people to talk to and who to talk to, but I think as welfare officer, wouldn't that be your job to be the person that they talk to?
Yeah, but I can't talk to everyone, so like other community members could also help on this, because like say 100 people come to me with like, I don't know, a problem, I'm sure the others can also help out in terms of procedures, but I can like take a leading role in helping. Yeah.
And as well as that, for the first question, for the first part of scenario question 2, you said that you would talk to their friends outside and send them home, but it does say that they're alone, so what if you can't find any of their friends, it's just them in the bathroom, and would you send them alone by themselves, or would you just tell them to go home if they're so drunk and high?
I would, if they were drunk, I would definitely look after them the whole time. Maybe get someone in the club who's like a medical officer to look after them, and in the meantime I will try and see if I can find any of their friends. And in terms of going home, because I probably can't leave the event, but I would maybe get one of my close friends to take them somewhere to the hospital to look after them. I know it ruins their life, but I'm sure my friends would be willing to do that.
Why don't you do that yourself as welfare officer?
I would happily do that, but what happens if another person's high and drunk and I'm gone? I can't be Batman, I'm not everywhere. Okay. But yeah. So, yeah. Any other questions?
Okay, so say like post this event, like the person that this happened to, they become like anti-ABACUS, so they go around and like they go. How would you like to approach that situation?
I would definitely start with approaching the person who's anti-ABACUS. I would be like, why? They can say whatever they want to say, and then I'd try and understand what they're trying to say. Try and see how I can go around it. See if they also want to talk to the president about how they feel something bad has happened, and then I would also, if it has like gone up to like a wide scale of spread of negativity about ABACUS, we'd probably put out a post or something on like what happened and how we are improving. And yeah, I just make sure the person who is anti-ABACUS doesn't feel that way as best as I can. Yeah.
Kind of like that question, if someone is going around saying that ABACUS tickets are rigged, how would you go about the situation?
I would tell them they're not rigged. It's first come, first serve. Why are you laughing? Yeah, I would tell them it's not rigged, it's first come, first serve, just make sure, set your alarms. I think people, it's a pretty good job this year in terms of like saying there's a limited amount of tickets, set your alarms, and just, you gotta trust the process, okay? You just gotta trust the process. I can't show you how it's not rigged, but it's not rigged.
Nice.